Ladies and gentlemen, as Chair of ELF and Member of the European Parliament, I'm very pleased to welcome you to this very interesting and timely event on EU-China relations. Unfortunately, I cannot participate today as I'm heading back from Strasbourg, where the European Parliament held its plenary session. Earlier this week, we had a debate with EU High Representative Borrell on the outcome of the EU-China summit. I took part in the debate, given my role as European Parliament Standing Rapporteur on China. Of course, I have closely followed last week's EU-China summit. Before the summit, I wrote a letter to our EU leaders, asking them to pressure China to distance itself from Russia and to signal to China that any support to Russia will come with a cost. At the summit, our leaders have done what we have asked them to do. They were tough on China and made it clear that we expect China to help ending Putin's war. But China did not move an inch. Even after the massacre in Bucha, China has still not condemned the Russian invasion. EU High Representative Borrell, during our plenary debate on Tuesday evening, rightly called the summit a dialogue of the deaf. In fact, each international crisis makes the conflict in values and vision between EU and China only more evident. We need China on board to find responses to global challenges, from pandemics to security crises, as China is too big to ignore. But each time we see that our fundamental values and principles are in direct opposition to those of China. China is an important trading partner for the EU, but it's also a systemic rival. And this dynamic will only become bigger in the years and decades to come. So what's next for our relations? We need an effective and working strategy to address this dynamic. Our approach needs to be unified, future-oriented, realistic and ethical. Last year, the European Parliament adopted my report on a new EU-China strategy. And in the report, we defined the central pillars of the strategic approach that the EU needs to adopt toward China. Today, these 6 pillars are even more relevant than ever. First, the EU must continue and increase its cooperation with China on global challenges. We cannot tackle climate change alone. Second, we Europeans must stand our ground on universal values, international norms and human rights. If we want to build a sustainable cooperation framework with China, we must hold it accountable for the practices that violate the ethical basis of our partnership. Third, the EU needs to remain on alert and assess the risks and challenges in our relations with China. We cannot allow ourselves to be naive or short-sighted. And the fourth pillar of our approach is to strengthen our international position and stance on values by enhancing cooperation with like-minded parties. Fifth, the only viable way to ensure that the European values are safe and protected is to aim for strategic autonomy in key domains, from defense and energy to trade and the digital field. Strategic autonomy will grant us much needed freedom in choosing our partners without sacrificing our values. And the 6th pillar follows from the previous one. It says that the increasing weight and power of the EU strategy rivals does not leave Europe any other option than to finally become a truly effective geopolitical actor. This is the position of the European Parliament that I will continue to defend in order to ensure that a more assertive strategy toward China becomes reality. Thank you very much for your attention and I wish you a fruitful debate.